So be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So bring your attention to your body, please. Now scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also, think for a moment. This is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation, and then later observe the change happening moment by moment, followed by the sensation. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step, following my words mentally. Relax your body, please. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your whole abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax your all abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. So bring attention to the top of your head and see if there any sensation, strong feeling if you can recognize. Just keep observe. Maybe little vibration, sensation. Now slowly bring attention to your whole body and see is there any sensation, vibration. If you recognize, just get a mental note and keep observe. Slowly release your mind from your mental image, your name and form related to yourself. Just allow all these four elements to synchronize with the four elements in the nature. Just be like a drop of in the ocean. You have no shape, you have no form, you have no name, just the moment of existence. And slowly place your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And slowly observe your inhalation, exhalation. If you can't find it, you can deeply and gently inhale, exhale time to time, and just recognize the sensation. Otherwise, allow it to happen, and when it happens, recognize this is inhalations, this is exhalations. Do nothing extra. If it is possible, keep unmovable posture. Your inhalation, exhalations happen as a bodily action. So just allow it to happen. When your mind becomes sharper and clear, the character of inhalation, exhalation may change. It become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. So whatever you experience, just accept it. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Keep your attention only to the sensation. Keep the newness moment by moment. Don't compare anything. Don't hold it to yourself, knowledge, or whatever you learn, or whatever the method or the pattern. See, is there any experience happen within the moment? Give priority to your own experience in the moment, not what you learn. Bring attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside. So don't leave your body mentally. Just keep your body as the center, like a lighthouse. Send a flashlight to your left side. Expand the capacity to your right side. Downward and upward. to all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, one time in Japan there was a samurai warrior called Ryokan, and then later he became very famous Zen master. He got old, and then one day he got a message from his family. He had a nephew, and he was going clubbing and disturbing to people and spending so much money. And so family complained and told this Zen master to come and give some advice. So then one day Ryokan informed to the nephew that he going to visit him. So the nephew was, this young boy was so afraid because as samurais, and sometimes if they get mad, they punish in a very bad way. So this young boy was so afraid and waiting for the Ryokan. Zen master came and had the next room, the nephew's next room, get the ready for him. So Ryokan came and smiled and went to his room and settled down there and start to rest. So the nephew was waiting and thinking, oh, now he going to call me. Now he going to call me. But he didn't call. Then the night came. So nephew came and slowly start to wander to the room and look what happening, because no sound, nothing. And he saw Rayo Khan just crossing his legs and closing his eyes and practicing meditation. Then around 10 o'clock at night, he came and looked, still meditating. And kind of like a midnight, 12 o'clock, he came and looked, still meditating. In 2 o'clock in the morning, still meditating. And the boy didn't sleep because he was thinking, now he will going to call me. Now he going to call me because I know he came. He came because my family complained about me. That's why he came. But he didn't tell anything. And then early morning, around 6 o'clock, he looked still the Rayo Khan, with the unmovable posture, meditating. And then around 8, This Ryokan came and then called nephew, and the nephew was so afraid, and he knew, oh, now is my bad time going to happen. But somehow that Ryokan told, can you help me to tight the string of my store sandal, because I cannot bend. And the Ryokan was a very famous warrior, a samurai warrior, but now he old, and he told, I can't bend and my hand is shaking. Look at this. And so can you help me to tight my sandals? So the nephew bent and tied the sandal. And at that moment, the Ryokan told, remember, a man, when the man get old, becomes so weak, and all the strength go away. So take care yourself. So that's the only thing Ryokan told. And the boy was shocked. It's completely something, opposite he heard. And then on the way, that he still that he thought, oh, he will tell something. He will tell something. Then on the way, that just passing the gate, the Ryokan told that day-to-day joy, only for day-to-day, it never going to bring anything to our life. That's it. And he went. And from that day, that nephew understood himself, and he start to practice, and became one of the best student of the Ryokan. And he became a samurai and well disciplined student, and he saved the country. And then by the end of his life, he attained to the enlightenment, and then attained to the great liberation. So when it come to our life, giving advice, don't do this, don't do that, do this way, do that way, it is very easy for us. But always remember that when you give advice, of course, as elders, as parents, you wish for the good for your children and your next generation. But learn to put some value on them. Let them to handle their life, and giving opportunities and showing them themselves how it going to be good for them, not for us, because no one going to live for somebody else. That remember that even though they stay with us, by the time everyone find their own way. So then when it come to life ourselves, that it is a good example for us also. When we get old, this everything going to disappear, and it becomes something else, and this physical strength going to different. And sometimes children going to go away from us, our brothers sisters going to go away from us. Mostly you have to handle your life by yourself. So that's why the Buddha mentioned, when it come to that moment, how you going to survive, what is the most important powerful tool that you can carry. During Buddha's time, there was a Brahman called Unnabha. This Unnabha Brahman one day came to Buddha, and he was a kind of like a rishi. He was kind of like a guru, yogi, and he used to practice, and came to Buddha and told, Venerable Sir, I used to, I had an experiment in my life. What is the experiment? I observed my eye, I observed my ears, I observed my nose, tongue, body. Whatever the experience come to this eye, not going to stuck with this eye. It going to go away. Whatever the experience come to our ear, nose, tongue, body, it going to go away. But the thing is, sometimes things stuck in our mind. So we no need to worry about that the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, because that whatever experience in the moment it happened and then it disappeared. But the things that are stuck in our mind, what we can do for that? And that time would what the Buddha mentioned. So the Buddha mentioned only the help that you carry, only the help that you can have is awareness. That is the help that you can get and clean your mind. So if you have the awareness, develop the awareness, clarity, clear comprehension, mindfulness, this all the same meaning that come to when it come to your practice. Always remember, whatever you do in day-to-day life, you will have the joy. You will have some satisfaction for the moment. How many things you have seen in your life? How many things you heard? All the beautiful things. Of course, there is a joy, but joy that for that moment. But when it becomes the memory, sometimes it start to sabotage ourselves. And that's why our own memory start to disturb us. So if you develop the awareness, clarity, clear comprehension, this will help you to find the happiness in day-to-day life, and even when you get old and end of your life, and that will help you to find the happiness. Not only that, after if you have that kind of satisfaction, and if you die with that clear comprehension, and you not may you not going maybe you're not going to born again. If you born, it's not going to be a low existence, it always going to be a high existence. So then remember, that is the only help that you can have. And even day-to-day life today with this machine technology, this algorithm and the artificial intelligence, the one of the best tool that you have to develop to handle with this very new this new normal is awareness. You cannot make mistakes, because there are times come sometimes you cannot reverse. So whatever the this all in day-to-day life, whatever you use, you maybe you cannot erase that things, you cannot reverse that things, you don't have any second chance. So then you have to develop the awareness and clarity. Even in very conventional life you can gain the benefit out of it. It is just not only your spiritual development. So then in day-to-day life, remember yourself, give some times to develop this. And one time Buddha gave a sermon, that sermon called Anuggahita Sutta. So Anuggahita means support. So to have the clear comprehension or the right view, you need the support from something. Just thinking, oh, I'm going to have right view, I'm going to have right view, not going to take you there. Just by praying or dreaming, thinking about it, visualizing, it's not going to develop the right view regarding your own life. So then you need the support from something. This Anuggahita Sutta, the Buddha mentioned how the support come to your right view, how that you can develop the clarity. So the very first thing, the first Anuggahita, there are 5 Anuggahitas, 5 ways that you need the support. So one is the Sila, virtue, being disciplined yourself. No matter what, always remember, it doesn't matter whatever you do, learn to develop some kind of self-discipline yourself. Don't be a person just kind of like a available to do anything. Have some the lifestyle to yourself. If you can practice for 5 precepts, if you can't do the 5, at least hold it to one knowingly. Then you know, oh, I do one. Then that will help you to gain one more discipline to yourself. Then you develop it to 2 and 3, 4, 5, like that. Somehow, get into that. So, and other thing is, if you develop the 5 precepts, then get into at least once a month 8 precepts, like full moon days, or whenever you are available, comfortable, 8 precepts. And if it is possible, go to 10 precepts. So like that you can develop. Why? Because that going to be the final support for your spiritual life. Maybe your husband will leave you, your wife will leave you, your children will leave you, and your parents will leave you. All these facilities, all this material world will go away from you someday. But if you develop some kind of rituals that discipline yourself, it's going to be a great help for you. Wherever you go, remember, no harm going to happen. So whatever happen, you're going to find the safety out of that. So that is the only help you have. So you are the one who need to do it, because no one else going to do it for you, and no any survey that the protection going to come from this outside world. So it is by your own effort. And whenever you have time, you know and practice some discipline with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So that brings the self confidence to you. That self confidence uplift your self satisfaction. That self satisfaction will uplift your self awareness. And once you have that self satisfaction, self awareness, it will help you to gain some self responsibilities. And then you gain self abilities. And then you build up self validation to yourself. That is very necessary. Then you don't feel loneliness anytime in your life. Then you don't feel the rejection from any time in your life. Then you don't feel any disturb out of others' behavior in your life. That is very necessary for you. So then you start. Don't be available for anything to see. Don't be available to anything to hear. Don't be available to anything to smell. Don't be a person available to eat anything at any time. No, you have to have discipline. Don't be available to for anybody. So you have to have a kind of like a self discipline within yourself. That is the very beginning of your spiritual development. If you look for even conventional development, as an ordinary person, if you look for the success and for your spiritual development, always remember it start with the self discipline. Even it support for your right view. That is what in this Sutta Buddha mentioned. Not the magic or not any kind of invisible power going to help you. So that's why always that according to the Buddhism, it always there is a cause and effect, and there is a way that you can gain something, and there is a way that when you walk in the path, there is a way how it happened. So once you know that, it brings total clarity to your practice. It is very necessary. Don't practice without knowingly what this is. It's not going to help you. So now you know your success or failure come out of your own behavior. So learn that and teach it to other people and give it to your friend as a gift. Tell them, and don't push them to this, kind of like this magic world. It's not going to happen in life. It's just a word. So teach them, teach your children, teach your husband, wife, teach your parents, share it with your friends. Tell them. If you see them, they don't have any discipline with anything, and slowly start to help them. Why? that help going to be with them in their sansaric journey. It will change their whole spiritual life. So it is just not only by practice yourself. So the first one is the the virtue. The second one, the support that you can gain out of Shruta or the listening. And be open-minded person. When you willing to listen, it expand your the the capacity in your heart and your brain. Your whole brain nerve system start to fire and wire and connect each other, and it start to create completely different kind of chemical. So it it will bring some kind of wisdom to yourself. Keep that openness. Then even in the the path of the wisdom, the very first the quality that you have to develop is called Shrutamaya Jnana. And so find the Buddha's teaching. And it is when it come to here that listening and open mind, being open-minded means that's not available for any information. It wastes your time. It eat your time. No, look for the Buddha's teaching and see what the Buddha taught about it. Because once you learn that, it's going to be with you. Truth is once you connected to the truth, even you want it never going to leave you. That is the beauty of the truth. Once you heard it, it never going to go away from you. Maybe you cannot practice it, but it's going to be there with you. It's kind of like something, once the poison get into the blood, you know, there is no way. So like that, once you hear the truth, it's going to be with you. So in this time, in this lifetime, before you die, you know, get tuned to as much as possible, get tuned to the Buddha's teaching, get tuned to the truth, and that is your responsibility. And that will help you to have the right view. And don't hold it to just your own knowledge, or don't hold it to just your own favor or your own emotions. Look into it. So that way you will see day by day, how you can learn something. And it will take you forward in this spiritual path. And the third one is discussion. So when it comes to practice, and when you look for the right view, what you heard, what you learn, and what you practice, especially when it comes to meditation, time to time, if there is a that the difficulty arise, if there is a place come that there is not clear for yourself, then you have to have a conversation. So don't hold it to yourself and don't try to bring answer from yourself, or don't try to fix it by yourself by thinking about it. If you practice, and especially with the techniques, if you have a question, you have to ask. And even regarding the dharma, if there is a question come, whatever you heard, if there is a question arise in you, then you have to have a conversation about it and make it very clear, rather than just holding by yourself and thinking by yourself and questioning yourself and giving answering yourself. Then maybe you get tangled with the unnecessary information. No, keep that attitude. And when there is a that unclear moment come, then have a discussion about it. So the fourth one is developing a tranquility state. And so the tranquility mind is one of the quality in your thoughts. Each and every thought has this tranquility state, but sometimes it is right, or maybe it is wrong. So then what you have to do, it called collective awareness. That's mean the awareness carry each and every thought. So then you have to collect it together. It's like, as example, Nowadays, you know, the solar panels, and they collect the sunlight, and then it convert to electricity. And see, sometimes it can reverse your that electricity bill, that much power thing. So that solar panel, what it does, it absorb and accumulate the heat of the sun to one place. So mostly in day-to-day life, when we see through our eyes, we don't see it that way. We don't get that electricity to our body. Why? Because it's scattered, it's everywhere. But how about if you collect it into one place, it bring the energy. So your thoughts also same. Then what you have to do, 1 second, practice with 1 second. When you have opportunity, 1 second, bring your whole thoughts to one point, one pointedness. Anyway, for anything, maybe outside object, maybe to your inhalation, exhalation, or maybe the sensation, or anything. Just bring one moment and that have the collective awareness. If you have that one moment of collective awareness, you know what will happen? Your entire samsaric journey that you accumulated all this mental formation, sanskara, start to slow down. It start to uproot from that place, and you become completely free from this all the sanskara or the mental formations. 1 second. So you develop it. It's going to be a great help for your right view. And it is just not you learn through books, or you learn through listening, or maybe you learn through practicing and gathering like this way. No, by yourself you have to practicing, and you have to develop this tranquility state. Maybe you can read about it, many books, you can give lectures about it, but if you don't practice even 1 second, what will happen? You're not going to experience it. So when you experience it, remember this, that even you, that as example in the beginning we told, learn the Buddha sutras. Even you learn whatever the sutras, even you learn from anyone, you know, any good master in the world, but when it comes to the moment of that self-awareness, you have to give the priority to that awareness, and forgetting that all the teachings, forgetting that whatever you learn, that is what bring the clarity to yourself with the practice. So that is what bring the clear comprehension, or that is what bring the total awareness. That experience you need. But mostly what we does, we learn something, we heard something, and then we try to create it by mind. Or maybe we hold it to experience and we compare it always moment by moment. Don't do that. Whatever experience come to you, completely release from your knowledge, or the techniques, whatever you practice, and give the first priority to your experience. And then you will see it start to develop. 1 second, it goes to 2 seconds, 3 seconds. If you as a human being, if you come to a point to experience 1 second of that, the solid awareness, tranquility state, collective awareness, undisturbed mind, or the samadhi, that's enough. You will never going to go to the lower existence. From that point, you will uplift. That is the beauty of the mind, because the the very nature of the mind, even though that the good 50%, bad 50%. It's like the day and night, 12 hours, 12 hours. It's all the good and bad 50%, 50%. And it never going to be bad or 30% or bad going to be 60%. It's not going to happen. It always 50%. But when you have that the collective awareness for a moment, and it is start to bring uplift that all the 50% to 51%. That is the growth that you need. So other side, mostly in day-to-day life, unconsciously it can happen. But developing that, uplifting this 50% to 51% is a challenge. So that's why we need the practice. So then once you have that experience, once you uplift that side, what will happen? It is start to grow. It is start to flow. It is start to develop in you. So then it is your responsibility. Somehow, even 1 second every day, have the total tranquility state. And then the fifth one, that having developing the vipassana level of support. So you have the tranquility state, but it not going to be forever. Sometimes if you don't practice, it going to go away. So then somehow you have to develop the vipassana knowledge in you. What is the vipassana knowledge? Inside understanding, panya bhavana. That's mean recognizing whatever you experience with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, that everything change. Everything arises as a result of four elements: heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. And that is why it change, and you have no power over it. So whatever the experience come to you, it never going to be with you. It always going to go away itself. You no need to do anything. Itself it go away. So once you have that wisdom in you, then naturally you start to get out of this collective nature. Once you get out of the collective nature, there is nothing to let go. You become free. So then you come to the moment of the experience without holding to that. That is the power that you have to develop. So in this very lifetime, as a human being, if you come to a point to experience something with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, or mind, you experience without comparing to your own memory, or without holding, or without judging it. It's just become an experience. If you're able to do that consciously, remember, that is the moment your liberation happens. That is the moment your transformation happens. That is the moment you're going to experience the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So it is possible. So then start with the virtue, get into discipline, and start to learn the Buddha's teaching, and then start to have a clear open conversation regarding the dharma, that what you practice. Don't hold it to yourself. Another thing is develop a tranquility state, and don't stuck there, don't hold it to there, don't attach that tranquility state or high mental or the dhyanas, high mental power or the dhyana, and get into understand this impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness within your own eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind experience. So, with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life during this time period. May everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava ettavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu.